News Radio 1580 WCCF. This is Charlotte County Speaks. How you doing? I'm Ken Lovejoy at 10:07 on a Wednesday, January 7th. Our phone lines are open for you at 941-206-1580. Toll free 888-441-1580. You can email us. The address is ccspeaks@live.com. You can like our Charlotte County Speaks Facebook page, and you can check us out streaming live on the web at WCCFAM.com, also on iHeartRadio. We've got Dave in the house. We've got Tina. We've got Usama, who, by the way, is going to be speaking Monday, January 12th, 6 to 9 p.m. at the 2421 Event Center, US 41 in Port Charlotte. And you're going to be discussing this, what we've been discussing for the last hour, the Islamization of America.
Lies in the textbooks. Lies textbooks. This is the future of our country. These are children. These are our grandchildren. For heaven's sake, if we don't care about them. You know what's amazing? If I look at the history of America, your grandparents died for you to have what you have today. And we cannot attend a meeting for 3 hours to learn some truths about Islam, to protect our children and our grandchildren. Shame on us. Shame on us. I know from the history, thousands have shed their blood and died for you and I to sit here right now to talk on this mic, to have the freedom we have today. And this freedom would be taken away from our grandchildren because simply we choose not to be educated, to attend a meeting for 3 hours. Shame on us. Indeed. That's all I can say.
Indeed. The phone lines are open. Again, the discussion is Islam in our public schools. And again, when you read what is printed in these history books about Islam.
It's not just history books, brother. Social studies books, and geography books.
And they're lies.
And, literally, they're founding a space or many places in every textbook of every topic. And we're not talking about just one or two books. I have in my presentation over 40 books, big publisher names. And these are books all over the United States of America. These books come with millions of dollars, and my son's life is worth much more than any money, any Saudi or any rich filthy people can tell me what to teach or not to teach my son. So it is time for America to stand up as prideful you are as a nation of your own life, of your own freedom. What we have in America does not exist anywhere else. Why we throw all what we have under the bus to appease some rich Muslim to make my children reject everything we got and become a Muslim? And by the way, if it is going to be like what we have right now, this loving, peaceful Islam, I can swallow. But the problem is, it is only for the next 10 years. When Muslims have the upper hand in America, we will have Paris. We're going to have bombing all over America, anywhere they choose to. If you do not do exactly what we have 1% Muslim in America today, and they can tell us right now what we can eat and what we cannot eat. Literally, 1%. Imagine this 1% become 5 or 6%. You can kiss your country goodbye.
Ladies and gentlemen, did I mention that Higher Power Outfitters is a great gun shop with lots of bullets and ammo, MREs, and things that you can purchase? Did I mention? I want to thank them for sponsoring this show. Let's go to the phones at 941-206-1580, toll free, 888-441-1580. Hi, caller, you're on the air.
Hello, young man.
Hey, what's going on?
Well, I was just listening to the babblings of the people at hand about this thing with the Islam. I did a little quick review just to confirm what I already knew. Currently, there's nowhere in the world that Christians, Hindus, Buddhists, and the rest of the so-called religions of the world are actively killing people in order for them to be converted to their religion. And historically, at one time or the other, all of them's pretty much been involved in some of that, but they've become more civilized through the centuries. And what civilized those people is when someone rose up and wholesale killed them until they either went away and went back to their homeland, or they just said, we're losing too many, I give up. So at this point in time, it would be something that the world should make a declaration of, that we're going to ferret out each and every one of the radical Islamic people that we can find on the face of the earth and kill them, every one. And if that don't work in terms of the ones that's radicalized, kill them and their family. You kill the whole bed of cockroaches and start over. It's worked through history. The thuggers of India that kill thousands and thousands of people, You still see a few of them with their cute little turbans and their funny little mustaches on, but you don't see any of them chopping people's heads off no more because they slaughtered them with reckless abandonment. We had people in the United States, in the underworld, back in the earlier part of the last century. They ferreted them out and killed them wholesale. We still have that underground, but you don't see them taking people over and killing them no more, do you?
Well, brother, believe it or not, Islam is spread by killing. I know you mentioned something, and I want to correct you in a nice way. Christian have its time when the Crusades went out 400 years later as a reaction to what the Muslim have done for 400 years. If the Crusades would never started in the 10th and the 11th century, you will be a Muslim today because you will be a son of a Muslim Europeans. So the Crusades was not a bad thing about Christianity. No, it was something was not accomplished its job, and it was 400 years late and few trillions short. I wish the Crusades started at the year 641 when Muhammad came out of as the Mohammedans came out of Mecca to invade the rest of the Saudi Arabia Peninsula. We should end it there and then. You don't wait until the cancer spread all over your body and then you go to see a doctor. That was too late. But so nothing wrong about the crusade. I know a lot of people talk about it foolishly by saying, well, Muslim have their share, Christian have their share. No, the Christian who did the crusade, shame on them because they have not started 400 years earlier. But Islam is built, grew from the days of Muhammad when he said, listen carefully, I have been commanded by Allah to engage in war with people. That's everybody, until they say there is no God but Allah and Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. You know what? This is the same statement we see today on the ISIS flag. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. There is no God but Allah and Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. And every time you see this flag flying all over America, I'm not talking about, I'm sorry, the black flag. I'm talking about the green flag, the Saudi Arabia flag. See, Americans look at the black flag and they say, oh, evil flag, evil flag. What about the green flag? That's a good flag. No, you idiots. It's the same flag. It has the same line. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. It is the same belief. There is no God but Allah and Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. As long as we're going to have the green flag, and it doesn't matter really the color of the flag. I can have it purple. I can have it blue. I can have it orange. It is what is written on the flag. There is no God but Allah and Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. If we allow the Saudi flag or any other colorful flag with this statement to fly all over America, you might as well kiss your children or your grandchildren goodbye, because that's it. Muhammad was commanded by Allah to engage in war with the Americans until all the Americans submit Islam by saying the Shahada. We need to wake up before it's too late.
We do indeed. Thank you for the call, my friend. And it's just, we know, everybody knows, everybody should know, regardless of what the Obama administration or the Bush administration says, we're not at war with Islam. Well, Islam's at war with us and has been for hundreds of years. And until we wake up to that fact and start educating our children in a better fashion than what we're doing in our public schools.
A quick thing, I just remember, brother, this Sunday, 6 o'clock, I'll be speaking at First Baptist Church in Miami Avenue, 312 Miami Avenue. That's in Venice, Florida. That's not far away from here. Mm-hmm. And believe it or not, I'm in Florida. I feel like I'm a stranger. This is my home state. Mm-hmm. I've been here for 23 years. But they said always no prophet have honor in his own town or in his own state. I'd like to invite people to show up in my home church. That's Venice, First Baptist Church in Venice, 6 o'clock. And by the way, it's going to be a wonderful 2 hours where we'll be covering jihad and terrorism in Islam. Jihad and terrorism in Islam. Don't forget also our meeting.
Yeah, on Monday, January 12th, 6 to 9 p.m. at the 2421 Event Center in Port Charlotte. 1016 here at News Radio 1580. Hi, caller. You're on the air.
Hey, Ken.
Hey.
You see what's going on Fox right now?
I do not.
12 people have been killed in a Paris newspaper.
Yes, yeah, that we did.
By
I did
terrorists.
know about that. Yeah, so that makes it 24,785.
Yeah. And you know what I love? They just come in on it and said the Obama administration condemns it.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
Man,
Oh,
you
isn't that
break my
wonderful?
heart. You break my heart. Now, I don't know what to, should I say the Shahada right now? Because Obama condemned. Should I become a Muslim like Obama? It's unbelievable.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you for the call, my friend. 206-1580. Hi, caller. You're up.
Hey, good morning.
Hey.
Interesting conversation. I wouldn't say that we're at war with Islam. I'd say we're in business with Islam, stationed in the Middle East. I've been all over the Middle East, and I'd point out places like Naval Support Activity Bahrain, where the Fifth Fleet, the Navy's Fifth Fleet, sits in a protective position of a government that is an Islamic government that is based on Sharia law, and where Sharia law is practiced. That is where our military-industrial complex finds great comfort and great profit, and the politicians that are in on those military deals in the Middle East, along with the deal that is in Qatar, where in 2014 the United States sold over $11 billion worth of arms to Qatar, including the AH-64 Apache helicopters, Patriot missiles, Hellfire missiles that are built right here in Florida. So if we're at war with them, it's very hard to understand why we would be sending over $100 billion worth of arms to Saudi Arabia alone, an Islamic Sharia state. So I don't know, you'd have to convince the people in business with the extremist Islamists in the Pentagon and Wall Street and Washington, D.C. They don't appear to be at war. They intend to involve themselves in a profit-sharing deal into the foreseeable future, including the people that harbored Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, the family in Qatar, where we've built a 15,000-foot runway and a military, an NSA drone operation. So, I don't know, it's hard to convince me, a soldier, that we're truly at war.
No,
this
they're
dates
at
back
war
to the
with
Bush
us.
family arming the Saudis and kissing their butt in the Rose Garden. So,
Well, brother, you have to understand, the Bible said the love of money is the roots of all evil. These people who are selling this material, these weapons and all our technology to the Muslim jihadi who pretend to be our friends, are just loving money. But what do you say about Obama sending the same weapon, F-16, F-18 tanks, stealth warships, to Egypt as a gift? He sent it to Mohammed Morsi, the head of the Brotherhood of Egypt, as a gift. What do you say about that?
is that any different than sending arms to Khalid Sheikh Mohammed's financiers? I don't understand. You can't convince me that our government is actually at war with Islam. They're in business. It's all has to do with currency, with the Federal Reserve notes, with the oil exchange, with weapons for sale. That's the truth if you just want to hear the truth from one soldier. But thank you. I'll hang up and listen.
Sure, brother. You're absolutely right. And by the way, the more we buy money, the more we buy oil from these countries, the more richer they are. And if we are not going to sell them this weapon, that's fine. They will take our money when we buy their oil, and they will go to Russia, and they will have all what they need for even less money. For less money. Okay, but here is the deal now. You hit it right on the end. We need to stop getting any oil from Saudi Arabia. And I promise you go pump gas in your car for less than $1. Literally, you hear me? Less than $1. Why?